Alright, so let me just quickly record a video regarding Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. Now, firstly, this video is not scripted, so please don't take anything too personal. Like, this is just a guy rambling about some of his issues with the so far announced new expansion. Now, firstly, I want to say everything I've seen about Mortal Kombat Aftermath looks absolutely amazing so far. I've been supporting this game since day one, and I've been loving it so far. A lot of people seem to be bashing on this game. I personally love it. I can't say it's perfect, because some things definitely do irk me about it, but that's a discussion for another time. Right now, I want to focus entirely on Aftermath. One more thing to say is that I did buy 5 copies of the game. I bought one for the Switch, I bought one for PlayStation 4, and I bought one for PC. I want to be able to play with everyone, no matter who you are or where you are. I want to have the highest chances of playing you. That said, I also bought the game premium for all of those things because I want to have all characters available. I also bought extra 2 copies to give people because I love the game so much. I want to have the game and I want to share the game with as many of my friends as I possibly can. So that leaves the total of 5 purchases of Mortal Kombat 11, so clearly I am a fanboy. So what exactly happened? Because as I'm about to tell you, I'm probably not going to be purchasing Aftermath. Basically what happened is the price tag. It is a $40 expansion, €40 for those in Europe like myself. So it's a €40 expansion, and it offers me 3 new playable characters, which is great. All 3 of those look amazing, and I want them. However, it also gives me what people have said is 3 chapters of story mode. Now, this is awesome. However, for that price, 3 chapters of story mode and 3 characters, it's just not adding up. And then I looked at the complete edition or whatever, the Aftermath collection, and it's basically $60/€60 for base game, Combat Pack 1, and Combat Pack 2. Now, that is a steal. If you don't buy that, then, you don't know what a good deal is. However, for me to pay $40 or €40, whereas the new player is paying $60 for all of the things that I've already paid $100 for, because keep in mind, I did buy the premium, I pre-ordered it. Now, I'm not saying that I should have some sort of an epic discount because I bought the game so many times or whatever, but what I am saying is that it kind of feels extra bad. I see why they do it, I know they want new players in, I understand. However, it feels really bad that the new player is getting everything for the low price of $60, whereas the returning players are basically getting cucked. They're like, yeah, well, they're gonna buy it anyways, like these chumps have been supporting the game for the whole year, we can sell them a turd for $60. And I'm not saying this expansion is a turd, far from it, and especially with all the free stuff that we're getting, NetherRealm, you really outdid yourselves with this one. The content itself is amazing. However, I would very much like it for this expansion to be 30 rather than 40, because let's be real, 40 is a little bit absurd. Even 30, in my opinion, is a bit of a high price to pay. Now, some people might be immediately saying like, well, story mode costs this much and that costs that much, and I understand, but what you also need to understand is that 40 is still almost an entire game worth of content. This is not an entire game worth of content. This is 3 characters and a minor story expansion. Now, it can be cool, it can be awesome, but $40, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, the whole game on release day was $40. And that game had 20 characters, a fully fleshed out story mode, different modes, the whole game, right? Everything. $40. And this expansion with 3 characters and a minor story expansion is costing the same. Now, I don't think that's a good value. And I most certainly don't think 3 characters are worth it. I understand that the story was really expensive to create and everything, and NetherRealm has to do so much because it's a highly polished animated story, and I understand. Once again, I understand. However, I also think that not everybody is interested in the story. For you to lock away the 3 characters from the existing player base if they don't buy the story is absurd. It's absolutely absurd. The whole way that this is being marketed, priced, and promoted, I don't agree with. I absolutely do not agree with. And honestly, I feel a little bit hurt because I've been there, I've been supporting Mortal Kombat, I've basically bought everything you guys put out, and maybe I'm a chump. And I am. You know, I'm a sucker for this stuff. I want to have it. So please believe me when I say I'm not going to be buying Aftermath as a big putting my foot down sort of moment. You know, it takes quite a bit of problems, or at least in my opinion problems, for me to skip out and on a NetherRealm title full stop. And I personally also have a massive pet peeve about having locked away characters in my character select. Even if I'm not going to use them, I hate them being grayed out. They're just looking at me there, completely grayed out, and I hate it. So I pretty much have to have all the characters, so that makes me want the Aftermath back. But I'm going to say no. This time, I'm going to say no. Because this is not okay. Let me have my characters. Please, please, for the love of God, reduce the price for the returning players. Make the upgrade 30 rather than 40. But, as I was saying, I was one of those players that have supported this game from beginning. I currently am neither in a position to be spending that much money, nor the willpower to be spending that much money on your game anymore. And, you know, I understand that's not something that you guys have any influence over. However, I've also been the type of person that have supported and tried to be positive in the community. I have not been harassing you for DLC characters. I've not been harassing you for Melina or stages or stage fatalities. I'm glad we got those things. I'm happy, but I've been sort of silently praying for them. And, you know, good on you for putting them in. I think they look amazing. Everything is exciting. But either reduce the prices of the Aftermath expansion for the upgrading players, or separate the story mode from the character combat pack. Also, even if they do that, I've heard some stuff about characters being released 2 weeks after, or a week after, like all the other combat pack content, as separate purchases. But that's neither been confirmed as far as I know, and even if it is, I'll be missing out on the pre-order bonus skins, which look amazing. But I'll live. But you guys are really trying to make me buy this immediately, so that, you know, no refunds when I realize that it's just an hour of story mode and 3 characters for $40. I'm disappointed. Angry Joe is happy, but I'm just gonna say, you done fucked it up. This has been definitely not Alex. Toodaloo.